Well, good morning,
Th-
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the TravelMole video interviews. Today I'm very excited to have the top man from the Maldives, which is one of the favourite destinations for UK if they want to go and relax, snorkel, dive, have good food and good service. Now, good morning, Toyeb.
Good morning, Graham.
I understand, Toyeb, that as of July the 15th, I could arrive in the Maldives and I wouldn't be quarantined, I wouldn't be tested, there would be nothing. I would just go straight to my hotel or to my atoll and that would be it. Is that correct?
Definitely, Graham, but there are certain things we have to follow under the guidelines of WHO, and Maldives has remained vigilant in its effort to combat the pandemic. So the Maldives had declared a state of public health emergency during March, along with strict border controls, screening and implementation of quarantine measures. But this has been looked up with the president's initiative especially, and eventually the borders were closed from 27th March onwards, and these measures had helped in delaying the community spread in the Maldives. But a lockdown was imposed in the Greater Malay area with the first instance of community transmission, where it was on 15th April. But following the decline of the number of daily cases and the cases reaching a manageable rate, the government is down the lockdown restrictions of 15th June with stringent and strengthened precautionary measures. In addition, the borders will be open July, and it was announced day before yesterday by the President of the Republic of Maldives.
Okay, when I arrive and I go straight to my luxurious hotel and my normally the rooms that are above the water, etc., what sort of changes would I see in hotels? Are the spas open? Are the pools open? Are there buffets? Is staff wearing PPE? Are they wearing masks, etc.?
We had extensive discussions with the HPA, health authorities, and of course with the close consultation with the tourism industry of the Maldives, the private sector, and it was led by the tourism ministry, who is the regulator. And it was decided that minimum difficulty has to be faced by the tourist, but there should be maximum security measures to take care of the tourists coming in. So of course, all these facilities, there might be a little bit of difficult arrangements or different arrangements, I would say, rather sitting in different, spacious areas, and especially like buffets and stuff. As you said, it will be certain restrictions, but they are allowed according to the HPA guideline, which they brought out around, I think it's 35 pages, and it had everything written down, and they are now, the Ministry of Tourism is now circulating that with the tour operators, agents, resorts, everyone, and it's readily available on the website as well. But as you said, it doesn't mean we are not taking care or we are not being prepared for the COVID-19 cases. Definitely it could be something happen, but on arrival, if there's no symptoms, it won't be a problem going to your resort, and as you said, on the water bungalow even. But if there is symptoms, we will be taking the tests or samples, and there are certain protocols that will be followed from there.
Okay, I've seen mention of a thing called a safe tourism license. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, all these guidelines are out. So those resorts who wanted to open when we open the borders on 15th July, they will have to adhere to the guidelines and then apply for a safe licensing procedure with the tourism ministry. That means that resort will fulfill all the requirements by the HPA.
Okay, now one of the reasons one would go to the Maldives is to relax, potentially have a spa, do some diving. Spa and diving, I know I'm being a bit specific here, but a spas and treatment's going to be available, and is diving going to be available?
As far as I know, diving is available, definitely. But with spa, also there are certain arrangements, and it will be also available. We've got about 25 days or so to be ready for it, and I'm sure those who are applying for it are now getting ready for it, definitely.
Okay. Now, the opening up on July the 15th, that's good. But what flights do you have coming in internationally? And when do you expect flights, direct flights from the UK to arrive?
At the moment, the Civil Aviation Authority and the Maldives Airports Company has stated that 11 regular airlines will, scheduled airlines has already had their slots to start from 15th of July until the end of July. It's about 10 to 11 different airlines. So probably, and it includes Emirates, Qatar, all these airlines, and some from Indian Airlines. An airline from India. So basically, things are happening, but it's not. Not on the first day. It will start slowly. And to answer your question straight about the UK, I'm not very sure at the moment, but I could check. But we should also make sure that the countries, especially the European countries, at the moment also, they are not free as it is for outbound. There are certain restrictions. So that will also be a factor to take care of.
Sure, yeah. The Foreign Commonwealth Office has got a no-fly advisory at the moment. And what about China? Yeah. China's a big market for you. Any news and developments in China?
At the moment, with China, there's no arrangement with any destination. But we are in contact with it. Even today, I met the foreign minister, and he said he's got another appointment today with our Chinese ambassador, and he is very hopeful that for the first within the first 5 destinations where Chinese would be allowed, it probably will be Maldives in one slot. Sure. At the moment, China has already done some arrangements with Singapore, but that's not specifically on tourism, but more on business traveling. So that's the only thing what we see at the moment.
Okay, and just as important as the airlines, probably specifically with the French and the English, are the tour operators. Have all the tour operators been in touch? Have you had lots of communication with them about starting up again? Are they all going to feature the Maldives again?
Hopefully, that's what we wanted, and we are trying, Graham. We will try our best with all our PR representatives in 12 different countries. We are, from the time when we closed borders during March, our work has been doubled when the borders are closed, and within this time frame, our team have been so busy that, of course, we were trying to be in touch with our tour operators, the travel agents, those who are interested to fly for us, airlines, and all other interests, the travel trade media. As much as possible, we are trying to inform them what's happening in the Maldives, what are the precautionary measures we are taking, and all those. And we are always constantly trying to educate the travel agents about the products, the new products which are coming up, all those things, the new experiences, and trying to be on top of everything. Of course, we are trying, that doesn't mean we have done everything, but the more we try, I think there's a potential of getting more. And during this time, webinars was carried out with different agents, operators, Italy, UK, India, Russia, and some other places as well. And our team has been online always with some parties, especially attending the Arabian Travel Mart, and now it's happening in Pata, some festival online. So basically what we can do at the moment is being visible, Maldives being seen to the people and not getting unheard. So I think our team is doing a great job, and I think
And
it's
have
happening.
all of your have the tour operators played ball and paid all of your hoteliers up to date pre-COVID?
Graham, that I cannot guarantee. Okay, I cannot answer that because for that we haven't got any inquiries, and Ministry of Tourism takes care of those kind of inquiries as well. But if we get it, we got only one query from somebody. I think that was about 3 weeks back about the dates. She wanted to come during July, and they didn't kind of post or delay the booking. So we helped her, and then we talked to the Ministry of Tourism as well and the travel agent as well, and that has been done. And for the time being, that's what the only, I mean, thing we have. There are certain other cases also. It has been done that we know from the MMPRC or the Visit Maldives side. So that's all I could say.
Okay. Will any other European markets be coming in and probably ahead of the UK market because of the issues that we've had more, perhaps more so with COVID than any others? For example, the Germans or the French, would they be coming to the Maldives earlier?
Probably Germany will be a very potential market that will be opening up soon. We've got green light from the German government that we will be the only destination in this region that will be allowed at first from the German outbound tourism. I mean, to this region. So probably German would definitely be one, and Italy a little bit. We are in contact with them. Our embassies are always now, especially this week, they are really trying hard to get something related to this tourism, and UAE has given us green light as well.
Okay, so the UK currently in the relegation zone, I suspect. So how long do you expect it to take for you to return to the levels of 2019? Are you budgeting for a return next year or 2022 or beyond?
Of course, there are so many challenges to reach to what we have been in the last. It's not only Maldives; it's a world epidemic and world crisis. So, for us, being as a small nation, totally dependent on tourism, it will be really hard to get back and bounce back. But definitely, but what we know is everybody is working so hard. And from what we have got from the previous crisis experiences, the 9/11 world economic downturn, and the tsunami for us, each of these crises, our industry bounced back really strong within 2 years time. So in light of these experiences, I must say we are quite hopeful that we could come out of this together and get in, as you said, as it is last year.
Okay. Well, I wish you the very best of luck, Toyib. I hope everything goes well on July the 15th, and I hope it's not too long before all of the borders are open and you do return to 2019 levels. But until then, thank you very much.
Thank you, Graham. For the UK market, we wanted to say, whenever you are ready, we are ready, and we will take care of you all. And we hope to see you all soon. Thank you, Graham, again.
Good man. Thank you.